Oh, let me do it. Hold on, let me do something real quick here. Let me I need to all right. So let's jump right in here, you guys. Let's jump right in here and let's get this thing cranked up. This is a listing webinar and we're going to be talking about listings. But before we jump in here and we start to talk about listings, I want to ask a quick question. Want to launch a poll. Okay, here's the poll. Here's the first poll question. What do you prefer to work with? If you have to have a specialty, what would you prefer to work with, buyers or sellers? Let's start with that. What would you answer the poll on the screen? There's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. What do you prefer to specialize in, buyers or sellers? Answer the poll on the screen. What do you prefer to work with? Would you prefer buyers or would you prefer sellers? All right, I got about 5 more people that I need to answer this poll. Don't let me down now. You know, part of the prerequisite is we need you to answer every poll for that CE credits. Now, I always say, never come to my webinars just for the CE credits. Come for the education, because bottom line, my goal is to give you education, not just CE credits. All right, okay. I only need just a couple of more people to answer here. What is your preference to specialize in, buyers or sellers? I'm going to end the poll right now. And it looks like, looking at the percentages, it looks like about 80% of you guys are saying, Luther, I prefer to work with sellers over buyers. Interesting. You guys are 80% of you guys are saying, you know what? I prefer to work with buyers. I prefer to work with sellers over buyers. Okay, cool. Give me some feedback. If you say, Luther, I prefer to work with sellers rather than buyers, if you voted for sellers, raise your hand and I'm going to allow you to talk and tell me why you prefer sellers. Let's start with Evelyn. Evelyn? Uh-oh. Hold 1 second here, you guys. I gotta do one thing here. Make sure I can hear everybody here. All right, let's try it now. Evelyn.
Yes, sir.
Evelyn, tell me, you said, Luther, I prefer sellers. Why? Why sellers? Why? Tell me, talk to me. Why?
Well, they're pretty much already established with what they're going to do. The house pretty much sells itself. The person's either going to like the house or not like the house. And the seller already understands the process because they've been through it before. So it's a little bit easier working with them. You just, you list the house, put the pictures out there, and it sells itself, basically.
I can live with that. That'll work. Thank you, Evelyn. Edith, talk to me. Why sellers? Edith, why sellers? Edith? All right, I guess Edith got shy on me. Let's do Charlotte. Charlotte, talk to me. You said sellers. Why? Why?
I like to work with sellers because you can pick up as many buyers as you want from your sellers. So you're getting 2 for 1.
You're getting 2 for 1, so you like to kind of double it. Now, okay, you like to get some sellers off of buyers. Can we may get some buyers off of some sellers? I mean, you know, there was 80% of y'all saying sellers. I'm just wondering, is it because it's a seller's market? But okay, Charlotte, thank you for the feedback. Charlotte says, I will try to double dip. I'll try to get some buyers when I have the sellers. Okay, cool. Annette, talk to me. Why sellers? Annette? Oh, has she? Okay, let's try Irma. Irma Wagner. You can unmute yourself.
There, I just undid it.
Okay, good. Why sellers?
Sellers are a little bit easier because they have already made up their mind that they're going to make this move. And with a buyer, they can flip-flop. They can make you drive them all over town and still not commit. And a seller, when you contact a seller and they respond to you, they're ready to do something.
Okay. Now, Irma, that sounds good, but hey, I've been doing this a lot. Hey, I've had some sellers flip-flop on me. I've had some sellers cancel some listings. If you've been in this thing long as I have, I've had some sellers flake out. You know, I've had some buyers flake out. I've had some sellers flake out too. Sounds good. I'll go for it. Good answer. Okay, Priscilla, talk to me. Priscilla, why sellers?
I prefer sellers because less running around, and also you can help them buy their next home, whatever they're moving to, you know. So less running around for me. Thanks.
Okay, she said less run around, less footwork. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that. Last one. Antoinette, talk to me. Why sellers?
Like everyone else says, the process is a little less with sellers. They're easier to work with as opposed to buyers.
Okay, I can live with that. And she's saying easier process, slower process. Yeah. And look, there's no right or wrong answer. I just want to know why you guys are answering why you're answering. There's no right or wrong answers. Okay, now, if you said buyers, raise your hand and tell me why you say, you know what, I would prefer buyers. Forget all that seller stuff. I would go with the buyers. Okay, April. Unmute yourself. April, why buyers?
Hey, I like buyers because I think I like the emotional aspect of it, where you take them around and then you see what they look like when they see the house of their dreams and you help them find it. It's just like giving someone a lifelong gift.
I hear you. Good. April says the emotional part is like giving a lifelong gift. Excellent. Miss Alexander, my girl. Let me unmute you here. Where you go? Arika, talk to me. Why buyers?
Hi, everyone. I prefer the buyer because I believe in the aspect of bringing knowledge and information to whomever comes across you. Buyers are looking for you as a real estate agent and needing your advice to walk them through the path of being a homeowner. Not even just a homeowner, maybe they're an investor, maybe they're looking for some type of retirement with real estate, and you're there to provide that information. So I prefer the buyer, as I prefer to walk through this person with them from the beginning to the end and have them contact me and be the future seller. I want to grow and build with them.
Gotcha. I can live with that. I can live with that. Very good. Very good. Let me see who else said buyer. Did I hit the button? Can you unmute yourself? Did I hit it? Joanna? Did I hit it? Yes, no?
Hey.
Yes, why buyers?
I also like the emotional aspect of the buyer, especially new buyers. I like the before and after. I like to be a part of the big dream with them, to envision them in their home and to just be a part of that emotional process. So I definitely prefer buyers, although I do agree sellers are easier.
So you must really like those first-time home buyers, right? You like those even better, don't you? I bet you love.
I do.
You love that first-time home buyer, right?
I do.
First home, and I bet you it just thrills you when it's the first-time home buyer and it's the first one in the family to ever buy the home, and this is the first person in the generations of all generations to buy their first home, and it just make you feel good to help them with their first home. Did I hit on the head? Yes.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
See, I know. Yes. Good. Wonderful. Okay. Monica, last one. Monica, buyers.
Good morning, Mr. Ragsdale.
Hello.
For me, hi. For me, I like a little bit of both, but honestly, I like buyers too because, like someone else said, it's that lifelong gift. But I also feel like I'm giving them hope. And a lot of people feel like they don't have any chance of being able to purchase. And when you can assist them in showing them and helping them to see that they do have that capability, or it's possible for them. If it's possible for somebody else, it's possible for you too. And I like to be a part of the process to help them to appreciate, I'm here to help you. No matter what you qualify for, I'm here to help you see that it's possible for you too.
Excellent. Hey, listen, and let me say this. Thank you. Look, thank you to all of the comments. And here's the point that I want to make. None of those comments are wrong. Absolutely. None of those comments are wrong. The sellers, not wrong. Buyers, not wrong. Here's the point that I want to make. I've specialized in buyers and I've made a lot of money. I've specialized in sellers and I've made a lot of money. In my coaching program, here's what I teach. I never ever teach 100% buyer, 100% seller. Never. Not in no market, never ever. Now, I may say for your goals, 70% sellers, 30% buyers. I may say 70% buyers, 30% sellers. So I may say 70-30 one way or the other. I might say 60-40 one way or the other. I might even say I recommend 80-20 one way or the other. It really depends on your personal situation. It depends on what you're specializing in. It depends on what you're trying to do. It also depends on your personal financial situation. Okay. I used to have somebody saying, well, it's easy. I used to have homebuyer seminars and I used to kill them. I used to process homebuyers like it wasn't nothing. When I started in this business, I was a homebuyer's king. So, it was 80% of the 80% of you guys say, Luther, I'm all for sellers. And yes, in the seller's market right now, I feel you. But I have seen markets, I've seen areas, I've seen times when it's a lot easier to make money with buyers than with sellers. Some of you guys are saying, well, it's easier with sellers. No. It depends on the area. It depends on the market. Case in point, there was a time in my career, I specialized with investment property. That was my specialty, investment property. I was helping investors buy investment properties, single family homes, duplex, quadruplex, apartment complexes. It was a lot harder for me to get a listing for an investor. Investors don't list a lot of properties. They buy them, they hold on to them, they're making money. A lot of investors don't list properties. But I had investors that was buying properties like candy. Oh my God, you guys, and y'all was saying it's so hard. No, it wasn't hard. I had investors out of town purchasing properties sight unseen. Purchasing properties sight unseen, never seen the property. I had investors, I was going to closings for them. I had the power of attorney. Now, don't do it anymore. Don't do platinum agents. Listen to your broker. Back in the day, I had power of attorney and I was closing deals for investors and they was buying properties. I had like 3, 4, 5 investors buying 10 to 15 properties every 3 or 4 months. I was just closing investors deals left and right as buyers, and it wasn't hard. What's the point that I'm making? It depends on your specialty. It depends on the market. It depends on a lot of different things on buyer versus sellers. That's why in my coaching program, I don't always say specializing in listing is the best thing. I say 60, 40, 70, 30. Y'all feel me? Here's another point, and I want to make this point. Buyer agency is the quickest way to get paid in this business. When I started in this business, y'all know my story. Y'all know your boy. I was broke as a joke. Okay? I was broke as a joke, meaning this. I had times, y'all don't know nothing about this, but I had times where if I didn't close a deal, they was going to turn off my lights. If I didn't close a deal, they was going to put me out. If I didn't close a deal, I didn't have enough to eat and I was hungry. So I needed some quick cash. I needed cash quickly. The quickest and the easiest way to get cash is by what? Buyer agency. No. Buyer agency. Okay? The quickest way to get money in this business is buyer agency. So case in point, in my coaching program is if we are putting together a deal. No, excuse me. Is if we are putting together your plan, right? And if you say Luther, baby needs Pampers, baby needs milk, rent's due, lights are gonna get cut off. I need some money, like quickly. The quickest way to get money in this business is buyer agency. Y'all with me? Huh? The quickest way to get money in this business is buyer agency. Now, as they always say, buyers are liars. So yes, buyers can be difficult. Yes, when you advertise and market, you may have to go through a few buyers to get a couple of qualified. But once you get them qualified, if they're paying cash, I can get paid in 7 to 10 days. If they're paying cash, I can get paid, if it's financing, I can get paid in 30 days. The quickest way to get paid in this business, period, plain and simple, is buyer agency. Now, to list is the last. Listen to me. To list is less. So if we talk longevity, if we talk 12 months, 24 months, 5 years, 10 years, to list is the last. So every agent, I always say this, listen, the ultimate goal is listings. Oh, to list is the last. Yes, one of the agents said, Luther, I can have a listing and listings will produce buyers. I agree. Listings will produce buyers all day. So the ultimate goal is listings. The ultimate goal of this business is to list real estate. To list is to last. But look at that last bullet point. It says what? But it takes time. But it takes time. What's the point that I'm making here? In my coaching program is if somebody says, Luther, listen, I have savings, I have a job, I'm retired, money's no object, I have time, you can focus 80%, 90% on listings. You got time, right? But if somebody else says, Luther, I got to have some money right now, like, or my lights are getting cut off, we may have to start off with buyer agency and then transition over to listings. Are y'all with me? The ultimate goal is listing properties all day long. To list is to last, but listings take time. Does that make sense? Make sense? Let me check out my chat. Let me check out my Q&A. If you have a question, hit me up in the Q&A. If you are watching this via YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Once again, if you are watching this via YouTube, please subscribe to Luther Ragsdale TV. Okay? Also hit that like button as well. Okay, somebody says in the chat, yes, Luther, I see your point. Yes, good. Yeah, so I would never say do 100% one way or another. It depends on your personal goals and what you're trying to do, okay? All right, next. Let's talk about the seller's market. Let's talk about listing properties. Huge question, all right? Why are we currently in a seller's market? Yeah, somebody asked a question in the chat. Luther, what about doing 50-50, 50% buyers, 50% sellers? Yes, that's possible. Yes, that plan could work, 50-50, nothing wrong with that. Now let's talk about why. Let's talk about the current market that we're in. We are currently in a seller's market. Why are we in a seller's market? And what? The definition, because we need to understand the seller's market to be able to be successful in a seller's market. The simple answer is this. Look on your screen. It says a seller market occurs when there is more interested buyers than available properties on the market. So right now we have a seller's market, and I'm sure a lot of you guys said, I want to specialize in listings, and a lot of you guys probably said that because we are in a seller's market. If the market was flipped, if the market was turned and it was a buyer's market, you guys might love being in the buyer's market. And y'all may not say it's so hard. Some of y'all are saying it's easier to do listings. Oh, get in a deep buyer's market. You may say, no, it's a lot easier to represent buyers in a deep buyer's market. Look, your boy have been through both. I have been through seller's market. I have been through buyer's market. Have made a ton of money in both. But right now, let's talk about the current market that we're in, a seller's market. Seller's market is simply this. There's more houses there's more sellers on the market than buyers. Let me tell you this, that inventory is shrinking. All right. I don't have a crystal ball. 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years, 4 years. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But will the market correct itself? Yes, sir. Okay, at some point. But right now we are in a seller's market. Okay. Here's a couple of answers. Low supply, yes. Low inventory, yes. Supply is limited, yes. I agree with all of that. Why do we have a seller's market? Limited inventory. That's the seller's market. Okay, next question. What causes a seller's market? I want 2 people to help me. 2 people. Don't have a lot of time. 2 people. 2 people. Raise your hand and tell me what caused our recent seller's market? What caused all of this? All right, somebody new, somebody who haven't said nothing yet. What caused all of this? Okay, Terrence, talk to me, man. Terrence, talk to me. What caused all this seller's market stuff? Unmute yourself. What caused it?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one of the biggest drivers right now is pretty much the interest rates. They've dropped down, and it made it a little more easy for people to get into houses. And that's pretty much one of the biggest drivers right now is the interest rate is low. They can get more for their money, and, with lower rates.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. Terrence, you're right. Terrence, you're right. I want to ask a little question though. Terrence, the interest rates have been low forever. They didn't just get like this. It's been low for decades. Remember back in 2008, y'all may not have been around, but back in 2008, interest rates was low. President Obama, way back before Trump, all that, lowered the interest rate. And they kept lowering it, and they lowered it, and they lowered it because the market was crashing and everything was, going terrible and horrible. But we didn't have a seller's market like this. So yes, your answer is right. Interest rates is one driver. But somebody else tell me, Merle, talk to me. Merle, why? Merle, what's
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you. Go ahead, Merle.
Okay. All right. One of the reasons is there's several, but one of them is also, and this isn't new, this has been building for a number of years, that new construction is lagging way behind the needs of the buyers, just the numbers of buyers on the market, coming on the market. New construction is not keeping pace, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Cost of land, cost of materials, and so forth.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. I can live with that. Merle, good answer. But again, playing devil's advocate, back in 2008, but look, that nobody was getting financing, nobody was doing nothing. We didn't have a seller's market. But builders was beyond not building. Builders was going bankrupt. Builders was going out of business. Builders was struggling. Real estate brokers was struggling. Real estate agents was struggling. Is if you was in business as a real estate agent in 2008, builders was way behind construction. Builders wasn't constructing nothing. And we didn't have a seller's market. Now, Merle, you're right. Merle, you're right. You are right. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I'm just saying, hey, Alice, I haven't heard from Alice. Alice, good to meet you. Unmute yourself. Talk to me, Alice. What's causing all this?
One of the things that's causing it is the influx of people into the metropolitan area.
Okay. Okay, good. I can live with that. I can live with that. But here's a question. Here's a question. We have a seller's market all over the country. I went to Texas, seller's market. I own property in Florida, seller's market. Kansas City, seller's market. Kansas City. I was born and raised in Kansas City. That's not a big Atlanta metropolitan area, right? People aren't just flocking to Kansas City. They have a seller's market. You can go outside of Atlanta to Macon and some of these smaller rural areas. They don't have all this job influx. They're in the seller's market all over America. We got a seller's market. One more. Patricia, talk to me.
Well, one reason is there is, consumer confidence is low. And so people are sitting on their properties, and most of the people that are sitting on their properties are baby boomers. So baby boomers cannot figure out where they're going to go if they sell their property. And they are the ones that have the bulk of the properties that we need for buyers, but they are sitting on their properties because they don't have confidence that they will have somewhere to go. They'll be able to purchase something if they sell their current residence.
Good, excellent. I can live with it. And let me say this. All of those answers was right, okay? And none of those answers was wrong. Thank you for all the feedback. None of those answers was wrong. All of those answers was right. But I know there's one thing that nobody was going to say, but I want to say. So it's all of those things. Yes, builders are behind. Yes, interest rates are low and have been low forever. Yes, pent up demand. Yes, but here's a major thing that happened throughout the United States. That's why I wanted to say, like, Kansas City seller's market, Texas, Florida, everywhere is a seller's market. Here's what I didn't hear, and this is very important. For the last 18 months, we had COVID-19. Everybody was on lockdown. Everybody was shut down. Everybody was forced to be at home. So for 18 months, we had this huge lockdown. Then the vaccine comes, then the confidence comes. Now everybody comes back into the market. We're flooded with all these buyers. And that's why the builders can't keep up. That's why stuff can't happen, right? Because now we got all these buyers. Now it's like, let's move, less this, less that. So it's everything that we heard and then some, right? So yes, low interest rates. But one thing I didn't hear was COVID-19. We was locked up in the house for 18 months. 18 months, it was slower moving. Okay. All right. So here's the point that I'm making. Okay. When I am putting together a coaching plan for one of my agents, I always look at the current market and the current situation. Okay. I am always looking to see where are we currently at with the market, buyer's market, seller's market, those type of things. Okay. So is that important for us to know? And when we are putting together our listing plans all day long. Now let's talk about some signs of a seller's market. Number one, competition. Number two, people start bidding way above the asking price. Prices are going up, up, and up, and people are bidding above asking price. These are huge signs of a seller's market. And here's a big one right here, highest and best. What's highest and best? Somebody raise their hand. Explain to me, what exactly is highest and best? Agents, help me. One person. Let me see who got their hand up. Angela. Tell me. Explain highest and best for everybody.
Highest and best, I guess, basically, not just the highest price, but a short due diligence period, not asking for repairs, just offering them the best they can get, the seller the best they can get without having to bend too much, I guess.
That's good. That I will accept that definition. I want a little different definition. Let me see who else. Somebody else. Give me the definition of highest and best. How would you describe, Debbie? How would you describe highest and best, Debbie? Debbie? Talk to me. Debbie said, I had my hand up for something else. Okay. Miranda, I hope I pronounced your name right. Give me your definition of highest and best.
I'm trying to think. The person who previously spoke, that's basically, what I was going to say. Whatever, there's a lot of things that could make an offer look like, the best one. So whatever that entails for, that particular person who's selling, then that would be the winner.
Good, 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 good. I will live with that. I will live with that. Last one, Merle.
So
Merle, highest and best.
Unmute. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, go.
Oh, okay. So I think it's that highest and best is a feature of a multiple offer situation. When you have multiple offers on the table, that is happening with almost every house coming on the market, and the seller's agent, let's say, or the seller is saying, okay, I've got 10 offers. I want to see your highest and best. And it's usually no contingencies.
Good, good, good. See, Merle's in my coaching program. I knew I could call on Merle. She gonna break it down. Girl, you need to be teaching the class. No, but yes. Okay, so let's break down highest and use, highest and best, so we have a good understanding of highest and best. So I'm the listing agent. I have a home that's listed. Okay. I have multiple offers that have come in, 2 or more. You cannot call for highest and best with one offer. Okay. If it's just one offer, I counter. So let's get this straight. If person gives one offer, we counter back and forth. If it's 2 or more offers, the listing agent can call for highest and best. So the listing agent says, I want you to give me your highest and best offer. Give me your highest and best. So that means price. That means contingency. That means give me your best. So let's say this house was on the market for $100,000. Okay. I may say my highest and best is 110. My original offer. Now, here's another thing with highest and best. When I submit an offer, my original offer might be 100,000, right? But hey, so I am representing the buyer now. So let me flip this. If I'm representing the buyer and the listing agent says, give me the highest and best, the listing agent might say, give me the highest and best offer by tomorrow at 5 p.m. He might have 2 offers, 5 offers, 20 offers, 30 offers. We're in a seller's market. Due to the seller's market, there's a few houses and a whole bunch of buyers. So there's a lot of buyers going after these few houses. So the seller have more control. So the seller says, I am asking for highest and best. And typically they say, I want the highest and best offer by 5 o'clock tomorrow, or I'll give you 2 days or 4 days or whatever. I want the highest and best. Now, highest and best means give me the best you got. So you may raise your price. You may X some contingencies. You may do whatever, but give me your highest and best. Okay. In a seller's market, there's a lot of highest and best. Okay. Excellent answers. Now, I want to launch a poll, quick poll. Some of the time, we as agents have heard, I have an offer, right? But I'm accepting backup offers. Answer the poll, answer the poll. Do you submit backup offers? We're in the seller's market, right? We're in the seller's market. Things are, competition is out of this world. You with me? And there's this thing called backup offers. You are representing the buyer at this point. You are an agent representing the buyer. Okay. Do you submit backup offers? Going to give everybody a little bit of time. All right, I got some more folks. I need some more folks chiming in. Come on now, I need everybody to answer this question. Do you submit backup offers? Powerful question here. Powerful question. Backup offers. Do you submit backup offers? Interesting here. Interesting. Come on, a few more minutes. I almost have everybody. So I got about 5 more people that I need to wake up on this webinar and answer. I would hate to end this poll and you don't get a chance to answer. Okay? Do you submit backup offers? Let's talk here. Do you submit backup offers? All right. For the second time, I'm going to shut this down. It looks like we're at like 70%, 76% of y'all are saying, yes, I submit backup offers. 76% says, yes, I submit backup offers. Okay. Raise your hand, especially if you have not commented yet. Raise your hand. Do you submit backup offers and why? If you said yes, I'll do a backup offer, raise your hand. If you said yes, okay. Andy, talk to me. Unmute yourself. Andy, yes, you would do backup offers. I think I hit you. Andy, talk to me. You said yes.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, Andy. Hello.
Yes, I will submit a backup offer because I will pretty much do anything that my buyer wants to do. If it's something they're comfortable with and they want to do a backup offer to get them in the house that they want, absolutely.
All right, okay, cool. Andy says she'll do anything her buyer tell her to do. I am not mad at Andy. Andy said, if you tell me to do it, I'm going to do it. Okay, Joan. Yes, you said yes, you would. Talk to me, Joan. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello, Joan.
Hi. I would encourage my client to present a backup offer because of the low inventory that we have. And at the same token, we would continue to look at other inventory that's available because we would have a contingency in there that we could withdraw that backup if we found something else.
Okay, fair enough. Who else do we have? We have Susan. Haven't heard from Susan. Hello, Susan. Unmute yourself.
Unmute myself.
Yes. Why?
Always.
You said yes, you would submit backup offer. Yes.
Always. You know why?
Why?
You never know what's going to happen to that first offer. And buyers can get a little flaky and get a little cold feet. And if it's something that your buyers really are interested in, always a backup. And I also encourage, being a listing agent, that if somebody doesn't, get selected, I always encourage them to talk to their clients or their buyers about being the backup, because I've watched a lot of crazy things happen here in Atlanta.
Okay, fair enough. Let me see here. Who else got a hand up? Let me see here. I hope I pronounced your name. AFRA. Did I pronounce it correctly? Talk to me. Unmute yourself. You were saying yes with the backup. Let's go. Talk to me.
Yes. Basically, to to just piggyback on what everybody said. I mean, number one, you know, with this market the way it is, you want to make sure that your buyers have every opportunity for any home that they've, you know, that they've liked. And you never know what's going to happen with that accepted offer. So I just piggyback off everything else, you know, everyone else has said.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Who else? We'll do one more. Let me see here. Joanna, talk to me.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yep, I agree with what has been said. You just don't know if the other offer is going to fall through. And if it falls through, then I want the person to have their name back in the hat.
Okay, good. We can live with that. Now let's do this. Let's flip the script. To you guys who said, I don't do backup offers, I'm not really big with the backup offers, you know, I keep it moving. Raise your hand. Give me why you say, no, I don't fool with the backup offers. All right, here we go. Angela, talk to me. Why no?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I have maybe a couple years ago I have, but with this recent climate, I haven't so much because I don't want to get my buyers' hopes up. I want them to still keep the same energy looking for something because the possibility of, because inventory is low, because the possibility there might be a couple of backup offers. And I just like to manage their expectations. I don't want to get their hopes up too much about possibly getting that when we need to still be looking for something.
Okay, Angela. Gotcha. Somebody else who says no, I don't do the backup offer. Carolyn. Talk to me.
Actually, I would do a backup offer if that's what my client wanted. If they wanted their house really, really bad, I would do a backup offer, but still, like the other person said, I'll still continue looking for other properties in the meantime.
Okay, fair enough. I can roll with that. Let me see who else we got here. Joanna, unmute yourself. Talk to me. Backup, yes or no?
Hello, I said no, I wouldn't do a backup. And I was gonna piggyback off of what Latricia said in the comments. She says like being engaged to somebody that you're never gonna get to marry or possibly couldn't. So it's like and buyers will email you every day. Have you heard? It's just the anticipation and then what if it does work out and then you've got this other house, like there's so much there and it's all confusing and the anticipation.
Absolutely. And I left Joanna for last because the last two agents, y'all in my coaching program, so y'all know how we get down. Y'all know what I teach. Yes, look, there's no right or wrong, but I want to change everybody's mindset right now. Listen, I do not coach and I do not teach a bunch of backups. Backup offers a couple of things. Number one, as I teach, a backup offer means I am contractually under contract with someone else. I am married to somebody else. So your buyer is sitting back saying, if that marriage don't work, I'm sitting back waiting. When you show that next house, that person's always focused, and this person have signed a legal binding contract. So psychologically, they're still committed to this house, right? That's like a man seeing a beautiful woman. She just got married to somebody else, and I'm hoping that she gets a divorce so I can then marry her. That's what's really happening here, right? Number one, when I call, and if they say it's under contract, I'm not even showing it. Hey, look, it's under contract, Mr. Buyer. That property's off the market. I don't waste my time. Go and show it. It's under contract. Talk to me now. It's under contract. I still go show it. Then I put up a backup offer, hoping that the husband and wife get a divorce. I don't got that type of time. I just don't, no. I don't have that type of time. It's under contract. I'm not even going to show it. You're not even going to see it. So there's a possibility of a backup offer. I'm not big with backup offers, right? No, they're already under contract. Now, in 30 years, I have had a couple of times where I showed a house, and this was their dream house. It was 1.9 mil. It wasn't a lot of houses in the area. I showed the house and they accepted an offer literally while I was standing in the house. Okay, I submitted a backup, but I kept looking. And I told them, we're not going to stop looking. You will not get this house. Don't plan on getting this house. Don't get your heart set on this house. Forget this house. Because whenever I roll into a house and I show a house, I close every house that I show. Now I'm getting into buyer agency. That's a whole nother webinar. Matter of fact, I think buyer agency is coming up in a few weeks. We have a full webinar on that. But basically, I show a house, I close the house, I pull out my iPad, I complete the offer right then, and I submit it to the listing agent right then and there. And I never show a house if it's under contract. I never show a house where I have to put in a backup offer. The only reason that I'm going to get into a backup offer type of situation is literally while I'm in the house, they accept an offer. Because when I'm in that house, I'm going to close that house and I write the contract in the house right then and there. Again, that's buyer's agency, whole nother webinar, but y'all get my point. I am not a backup offer type of guy. No, I'm not in the business of wasting my time and energy writing backup offers. Then my buyer always have, right, his ex-girlfriend in his mind who just married another man, that when I show him the next couple of properties, he still have on his mind the other property. And just like one of the agents but just said, I'm always getting that call, but what about the other property? What about the one we put the backup on? Is it available? Maybe I can get it because I psychologically signed a legal binding contract. And this is real estate, and I don't know a lot about real estate. And this is one of the largest purchases in my life, and I love this property so much. And I always have it in my mind that maybe, just maybe, my ex-girlfriend will get a divorce, and I'm going to have the opportunity to marry her, and she can have my babies. Yes, I'll sit and wait. Hopefully one day, love you. No. My job is to find you your dream home, and it's out here. Okay? And I'm not in the business of writing up backup offers. Now, somebody said, yes, if my client just forces it, and they just, yes, I will do it as a customer service to them, but I've only written a couple of backup offers in my entire career. I show them the next one, right? Because my buyers understand when I do my due diligence, right? A part of my due diligence, if they tell me it's under contract, you're not even going to see it. Okay? Let me check out my Q&A. Somebody said, Luther, I always ask agents if there are any other or several backup offers before I actually do my backup. I don't care if it's one backup offer. I don't care if I'm the only backup offer. I'm not trying to be the second one in line. You know, Luther Ragsdale is not a number 2 type of dude, right? I'm in first place, not second. I'm just that type of dude. So I get the question. Personally, if it's under contract, I keep it moving. Okay. Let me check this out here. Okay, and now somebody says, well, I won a offer as a result of a backup. Yeah, but check this out. Somebody said, yeah, I won a $460,000 bid as a backup. But let's think about this, right? Let's think about this. You put it under as a backup. This person is getting financing. They go through this long appraisal. They go through all of this inspection. You are talking weeks and weeks and weeks to figure out whether this backup is good or not. I am such a good agent. I don't care if it's a seller's market, buyer's market, anything. I'm going to get you into a house within the next 4 to 5 days. I'm not in the business of showing you a lot of houses. Agents, you guys in my coaching program, you guys know how I coach, and we are not in the business of showing houses. So about time, it takes time to figure out whether that backup is good or bad. I done found you something else. So somebody said, hey, Luther, I got a $460,000 house because I put in the backup. So you what waited. Even if it's a cash offer, it's going to take 7 to 10 days. In 7 to 10 days, I done found you something else. I'm not waiting. Even if it's a cash offer that falls apart, I'm not waiting 7 to 10 days. And I'm definitely not putting in a backup offer for financing that's going to take 30 days. I'm such a good agent. And hey, platinum agents, y'all know how we roll. We're not in the business of showing a bunch of houses. Even in a seller's market, I'm going to have you in another house quickly. I'm going to have you in another house before that backup offer falls apart. I'm just that good. So it don't make any sense for me to write a backup offer waiting and hoping that it falls apart, because I'm going to find you something else and keep it moving. I'm just that good. You know, somebody said, you know, it's a thin line between confident and conceited. I'm just that confident. All right, let's move on. So let me launch the next poll. I want to launch another poll just to make sure there's no confusion here. Question: do you compete in the bidding wars? Do you submit the highest and best when they offer that? Yes or no? With the bidding wars, do you submit the bidding wars? Do you get into the bidding wars? Do you get into the highest and best use? Excuse me, highest and best use. Do you get into the highest and best? Do you get into the bidding wars? Do you get into all of that stuff? Okay? Yes or no? All this highest and best and submitting the highest offer and fighting the war and trying to bid and bidding over the price and taking out contingencies and all that stuff. Do you get into that? The question, do you get into that? Do you get into the whole bidding war thing? Okay. Couple of more minutes. I only have a couple of seconds and I'm going to close down this poll. Couple of seconds, then I'm going to close down this poll. All right, 72% of y'all said yes. 72% says yes, I will do the bidding war. Yes, I will do the highest and best. I want to hear from two people. Two people. Raise your hand. If you said yes, I will do the bidding war. That's 72% of y'all. One or two people is if you said yes, you will do the bidding war. All right. There you go. Tell me why, Latricia. You said yes. Tell me why. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, tell me why. You said you would do the bidding war. Talk to me.
Because I'm working on behalf.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because I'm working on behalf of my client, and if my client has expressed interest in that house, wants to buy that house, wants to commit to that house, I owe it to my client to go the last mile with them and to make sure that I do my best to make sure that it happens. Whether we're successful or not, that's not in my hands, but I'm going to go the extra mile for my client.
Okay, now I hear that a lot. Now I'm hearing that quite a bit. I just go the extra mile. I do whatever the client tell me to do. Now let's not get too carried away with that. That answer is right, but let's not get too carried away with that, because we also have a fiduciary responsibility to give our clients good counsel. So I just want to be very, very clear. Yes, it's right, and I'm not disagreeing with it, but I also want to say one thing that I teach in my coaching program is we want to always keep control of the overall situation, and we want to give our client good counsel. So I don't want to write all these backup offers and get them frustrated, because I have taken clients from other agents because they're out there just writing all these backup offers and they're not getting it done. So we have a fiduciary responsibility to advise our clients correctly. So yes, we want to give good customer service, but we also want to give good counsel as well. So I'm hearing a lot of this. Well, I just do whatever they want me to do. I'm on the ride with them. I'm just here with them. I'm your ride or die. Whatever you want me to do, I'm your ride or die. I got you. Well, Luther, just put me in the trunk and ride me around and show me 19 properties. Okay, here's number 18. Luther, put me in the trunk. Show me another 30 properties. If that's what you want, I'm your ride or die. No. I have to give good counsel too. So I just want to balance that thing out, because I've heard that quite a bit. Right answer. I'm not disagreeing. But y'all done had the client from hell, straight out of the bosom of Satan. I can't do everything. That's for real. Ooh-wee. Si, talk to me. Si, talk to me. Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I've actually done quite a few bidding wars, and I've won just about every one that I've bidded in. And before even deciding to bid, I have a full conversation with my client. We talk about the return on investment before we even attempt to do a bidding war. If it's a place where I know they're not going to see a return, I'm going to tell them, we're not even going to look at this house. I'm not going to sell you something that's going to lose value after this whole seller's market is over. I'm going to point you into a direction where your home is going to actually appreciate. And then once we resell it later on, because you will eventually resell, I want you to be able to get the money back that you actually put in and some. And so we evaluate before we decide to bid. In addition to that, in order to me, and this is what I've experienced, in order to write better offers, it's best to actually be on the listing side so that you can see what type of offers other people are writing for your sellers, so that when you are a buying agent, you can strengthen the type of offers that actually get approved, where you're getting the home for the client.
Good. And I'm going to basically say, Silent pretty much just dropped the mic. We ain't going to go into who said they would not do the bid war. We ain't even going to go there. Sai have just dropped the mic. It's done. It's over. I agree. Just cancel it. Here's the deal, you guys. Yes, I will do the bidding wars. Yes, I submit the highest and best. Why? Because it's not in the contract. It's still open. Now, I'm like Sai. I do, counsel my client. And I let them know, if we don't have a chance, right? And there's some rookie agents out there, and they will straight up tell me, look, I got 5 offers and 4 of them is all cash. And I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing the FHA loan, you know. So yes, I still counsel my clients, but when it comes to submitting, and here's the point that I want to make, there is a difference between highest and best. There is a difference between submitting an offer and a backup offer. A backup offer means these folks are under contract, is done, is pretty much toast. That have to fall apart before I have a chance. That's different than highest and best. That's different than a bidding war. A bidding war says, I haven't accepted any offers. Give me your best offer. We will look at all of them and we will choose one. Yes, I compete in bidding wars. Now, there's some in buyer's market, I may not compete. In seller's market, I'm going to compete. So it does depend on the market, right? There's a difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market. Right now, yes. When they call for highest and best, I submit it and I keep moving and I keep looking. I never stop looking, especially in this environment. And tomorrow we are going to talk about some strategies to deal with this seller's market, you know, a little easier. But she was side. That was money. I really couldn't say that any better myself, right? Yes, I am going to educate my client. The other thing that I like what she said was she wasn't saying, I just do whatever my clients say and I'm giving customer service and I just love my client. No. I'm going to educate you and I'm going to give you a good counsel. And if I see that we do not have a chance, right? Again, I may say, hey, this would not be, we don't have a very high success ratio in getting this property. The agent have informed me they already got 9 offers. And the agent said 3 of them is all cash. And I'm doing FHA. So listen, you know, and watch this. The house is $200,000. You are approved for $200,000 on the nose. So I already know there's offers already going in for 210, 220, 205, all of that. So the most you can, you know, possibly get is 200. And, you know, the house is already maxed out and they're already calling for highest and best. I may need to you know, advise you, hey, listen, right? Our chances are very, very slim. Okay. But bidding wars, yes, I compete. But I'm like Cy, I compete and I counsel very intelligent. Matter of fact, in this market, if I'm dealing with the buyer, I don't even start at if you are approved for 200, we might as well start at 190. Because once we call for highest and best and all that, I may need that extra but 10 grand. Okay. All right, let's talk about how to compete with this highest and best. Okay. This is huge, you guys, in a seller's market. Build a relationship with the seller. Okay. If you are on the seller's end, call for highest and best, but build a relationship with the buyer's agent. If you are the buyer's agent, when you submit that, if I am representing the buyer, I am telling that seller, Platinum Real Estate agents, listen to me. I will tell that seller, at Platinum Real Estate, we have preferred vendors. Our preferred mortgage company, she has been doing this for almost 30 years. This person is in underwriting. They're already pre-approved. They're in underwriting. All I have to do is find them a house and it is a go. So I'm building the relationship with the seller. Okay. If I'm on the other end and I am representing the seller, I asked the buyer, when you submit this offer to me, I want to talk to that buyer's agent. Talk to me. Tell me more about this person. Why are they buying? Is it their first house or is it their second house? Are they paying cash? Give me the proof of funds. Financing. Where are we at in the financing? Have everything already been submitted to underwriting, or are you just starting on this process? I look at who is giving me the pre-approval letter, right? Some of these online mortgage companies, they give pre-approval letters and it's not worth the paper that is written on. This is a fact. This is true. They give these pre-approval letters that's sorry. So if I'm the listing agent, I want to build a relationship with this buyer's agent to know more about this buyer before I accept. I also want to talk to the lender. If I'm the listing agent, I want to talk to this lender. Okay? If I'm the buyer's agent, if I am representing the buyer, I want this, hey, Mr. Listing Agent, look, I am with Platinum Real Estate, our preferred mortgage company. She have been doing it for 30 years. Let me put you on the phone right now on a three-way. I want you to talk to her so she can tell you this thing is an underwriting, and if you accept this offer, we will close in 3 weeks. It's pretty much a guaranteed done deal. That put me a step ahead all of the rest of the agents, okay? A lot of these agents nowadays, right? They just want to text, they just want to email, they don't want to follow up, but they don't want that personal contact, and that's a problem. I want to have that actual personal contact to say, listen, if I'm the listing agent, I need to talk to you before I submit this and we accept this offer. Where are we at with this? Need that personal relationship. Hey, listen, I want to talk to the lender. If I'm the listing agent and I got 7 offers and all of them are financing and I'm going to accept yours, I need to talk to the lender myself. If I'm representing the buyer, I want to encourage the listing agent. Talk to my lender. This deal here is Monday. It is money in the bank, I guarantee. Okay? And some great ways to compete right now in the seller's market is if I am representing sellers, I am not paying closing costs, and I want the quickest closing possible, which means if I'm representing my seller, cash is king. Financing is cool, but cash is king. Okay. Questions? Let me check out my Q&A. I have a question here. It's a good question. It says, Luther, what is your opinion on the listing agent taking 15 plus offers, causing highest and best, and a huge bidding war? In terms of counseling our clients and our fiduciary responsibility, they're saying it is their opinion that's what's causing all of the chaos. Raise your hand and let's talk about that. I want to talk about that because that's a good thing. Let me find you here. Raise your hand and I want you to ask the question. Raise your hand. There it is right there. Gotcha. All right, talk to me. Unmute yourself. Latricia?
Hey, Luther, I'm sorry. I
Yes.
couldn't unmute myself. So I just wanted to know your opinion about that. Just in terms of from the seller side, when you're representing the seller and if you're counseling your client and, practicing the fiduciary, obligation, I mean, is it necessary to have 15 plus 15, 20, 30 offers? I mean, I know it's not necessary, but I was just wanting your opinion on, you know, what was your opinion on from a listing agent standpoint?
So you're
I mean,
saying
is
that's
that
also causing all of the chaos to have
Yeah.
all these different offers. So I got 15 offers, and you're like, that's a part of all of the chaos, all these different offers, right?
right?
Gotcha. No, I get the question. You were saying 15 offers, like, come on, just submit one, accept one, come on. That's what's giving all of the chaos, all these different offers. Okay, raise your hand if you want to comment and give an answer. Here we go. Side, unmute yourself. What's your answer, or what's your opinion on all this chaos with 15 different crazy offers?
So the reason that you want as many as possible, you want to provide your client maximum exposure. That's number one. The reason why is because in this market, there's, tricky realtors that know the game. So like, say for instance, you have a seller, you accept an offer, and that particular offer does an inspection. Now they want credits in lieu of repairs, and they're trying to reduce the price. And then if it's an appraisal contingency, price comes down as well if the house does not appraise. And so going back to what Luther said, cash is king, but even in this market, even if somebody uses cash, they can hit you with that inspection to get money off for repairs, which will initially reduce the seller's profits. And so if you have a bunch of offers, you always can say, look, we're not doing credits. You either take the house as is, or we're moving on to the next person. And I've actually been in that situation where I've had a seller or a buyer come to me with a cash offer and then hit me up with $15,000 of credits in lieu of repairs. And I've had to educate them on the market, number one, and what we were going to do and what we weren't going to do. And I let them know I have 75 offers on this home. So if you don't want it, I will go to number 2 of 75 offers. What we going to do? And so you want to be in a position of strength to be able to get the most money for your client, because that's your job anyway. I was able to get $34,000 over asking for my client. And I still had 74 other people that I could have picked from had that not gone through.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you, Sam. Somebody else raise their hand and give me some feedback on what you think. Last one, Darnell, talk to me.
I think you're obligated as an agent for your seller too to get the highest amount of money. That's your job, is to bring in the most amount of money for your client, being the seller.
Okay, good. I can live with that. All right, let me say this. Number one, I want to make this very important part, okay? We as real estate agents, per Georgia law, we are required to submit all offers received. So the first thing I would say, Tricia, is simply this. If we receive offers, we are required by law to submit them to our sellers. Plus, we want to submit them to our sellers because we obviously want to get the maximum price. Now, cash is king, and we want to give everybody an opportunity to give highest and best. So we want to be ethical, and we want to be above board, and to keep down the chaos, right? When I receive, so let's say this house is $200,000. Let's say I know, due to the CMA, the highest that I can do with this house is $220,000. That's just it. It's not going to appraise for more, right? And let's say that I have an all cash offer for $225 and they're willing to pay above asking price, and they're willing to pay above asking price, and they want to close in 7 days. I typically, at that point, let me go on and call for highest and best. I'm calling for highest and best because also I want to be fair and ethical, and I don't want a whole bunch of buyers just waiting around when I pretty much know I can fulfill the maximum for my sellers, right? I close it down. I call for highest and best use. I take all of the offers, I submit them to my seller, then I counsel them on the best offer to accept. Here is a part of the chaos that I do not like, is once I accept one of the offers, I always send at a minimum a text message to all of the buyers saying, thank you for your offer, but your offer was not accepted. One thing that a lot of agents do, they do not respond. They accept the best offer and they do not respond to all of the rest of the offers. That's a lot of the chaos. And so then the buyers call and the buyers text, and then the person don't respond, and then the listing agent don't respond. They don't talk, and the poor buyer is wondering, and the agent is wondering what was the results of this highest and best. And you don't figure it out until you go to FMLS or Georgia MLS and see it under contract. Okay, that's some chaos. But yes, when you get the offer, submit all to the seller, call for highest and best, give a specific time frame on when that highest and best expires. Then when you accept the offer, be professional, be professional, be professional, and inform everybody else. Thank you. Now, another thing, if I have other listings in the area, I will say thank you. You did not win this one, but I have, but here's my inventory for other listings that I have. Okay? Because those same agents, you want them to keep bringing you more deals to your other listings. What you don't want to do is not respond, not communicate, and then the other agent gets frustrated and think you're not professional. Then the next time they're on FMLS or Georgia MLS and they see your listing, they say, hey, I don't want to deal with him because he made me wonder for 4 days whether what happened with the highest and best. Okay. Listen, guys, excellent questions, excellent communication. Listen, I enjoyed it, but my time have expired. Let me look at my chat. Yes. All right. Okay, good. Well, hey, you guys, don't forget. First of all, if you are watching this via YouTube, please hit that like button and please subscribe. So if you are watching this on my YouTube channel, Luther Ragsdale TV, please hit that button and subscribe and hit the like as well. Also, you guys, do not forget, we will cover part 2 tomorrow. Part 2 we will cover tomorrow. All right. Well, you guys, thank you for everything. Thank you for showing up. Once again, feel free to contact me at lutherragsdale.com as well as platinumrealestate.com. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, and may God bless you.